Check this out. Got another mini plane to show you. Let's have a look inside. This is it. Look at this, a Rarebear. Heard a lot about these Rarebears. Never actually seen one though. Little bit different shaped box, isn't it? The Rarebear A260. Not too bad. Been waiting a long time for this. Been ordered about 8 weeks, I think. Bit of a manufacturer problem, I think. Pick which one you want. Ready to fly. Comes with a radio, battery. There's our specifications. 380 wingspan, very nice. 400 milliamp battery, one cell. That's pretty good. Specifications of the other one. Oh, look at this. Yeah, there we go. 75 grams for a Trojan. And our P40, 65 grams. That's the lightest one out of the lot. Should do a comparison on the weight, shouldn't I? 400 milliamp batteries on all 3 of them. Really good. Happy to see this. Let's have a look inside. Different shaped box, isn't it? How did they fit it in the box? How did they fit it in the box? Oh, looks like we've got some assembly to do, eh? What do we got here? Look at this. See? There's our other couple of birds here. Very good. There's our steps. So that's real handy, isn't it? Very good. There's a close-up for you. You can pause that and have a look at that later on if you like. And the other side. Very good. So that's handy. Then some directions. We like directions. Nice bit of foam in there. We've got some accessories. Have a look at these first. Got some wheels. 2 wheels the same there. Yep, a little bit different too. A little bit different angled. So that's good. And a separate tail wheel. They haven't even put that in. Oh, and the battery's not even in the plane either. They've stuck the battery in the bag. I think we only get one battery. We got USB charger here. Very nice. The output. 600 milliamp on this one. Very good. I notice they're a little bit higher than the E-sheens, I think. There's our battery there. Should be the same as the rest. 400 milliamp. A little bit hard to see. 400 milliamp. 1 cell pack. Very nice. We've got like 48 watt hours or something written on there. On to the best bit. A little bit different. It's all in pieces. So there you go. You can see inside there. Look at this. Servo there for you. 1 servo. Maybe they made this one a little bit different, haven't they? Looks good, doesn't it? I like this gold on there. Very nice. Very nice. A little bit of gold there. Very nice. Put your wheels in there. A little bit of reinforcing along there. Plastic everywhere. Plastic. Very good. Bit more foam. We've got 2 propellers. One's already got the spinner on it. One without it. Painted nice, isn't it? If you can see on there, bit hard to see. got 130 times 70, which is the same as all our other props. So just put different spinners on them basically. So the prop's all the same. Even the E-Sheen Mini Mustangs, all the same prop. So that's real handy, isn't it? Plus, we get a spare. So we've got two props. So that's really good. But we haven't broken a prop yet. They just pop off with a little bit of hard landing. And they're rubbery. So you shouldn't break a prop. We haven't yet. And you get a little screwdriver and an assortment of screws. About three different sizes in there. Don't eat them. Look at this. Here we go. Oh, forgot about our radios in the bottom. So don't forget about your radio. Here we go, stuck in the bottom there, see, in the styrofoam. There's our radio, but we get back to our fuselage. Look at this. Look, we've got some assembly to do. Nice American flag on the back. Very good. Rods are pre-installed there on the middle hole, same as our other ones, which is really good. Looks nice with the gold on it, doesn't it? Wonder if this is, well, on the box it's a real plane, isn't it? 77. Looks nice. This would be something to see in the sky. There's our little rudder up there. It goes up a little bit in the rod, doesn't it? Nice and streamlined, that tail. Put your wheel in there if you like, if you want your wheels on. There's our circle board in there, our gyro. It's got the little mark on there, A260. Then we've got the other ones there. Looks nice, very nice indeed. Yeah, so that's a bit different that you have to assemble this plane, don't you? So if you remember, here's our P40 from XK. Bit different box size, so it's skinnier. And when you open it up, there's our plane. It's already assembled for you. So if you don't like assembly, you may not like the Rarebear. And the same again, there's our Trojan box. Big and skinny. And the Trojan, I'll show you inside. There's our Trojan inside, comes all assembled. So they've done it a little bit different with this Rarebear. A little bit different for some reason on our Rarebear. So I was just having a look in our directions, just to see. It should tell us where our wire goes, but it doesn't in these directions. It doesn't tell you where our main wing wire plugs in on the board. There it is there. You connect your main wing, it says, the third socket from the tail of the aircraft. So it's the second socket from the front or the third socket from the tail. So we'll do that now. Let's get it all bound up. Bit tricky to get in there, isn't it? That's got it. Here we go. Second slot from the front, and the brown wire goes to the front. So there you go. Make sure you get your wires around the right way. A little bit tricky to get in. Need some small pointy nose pliers or some tweezers maybe. A little bit tricky, but there we go. And before you put your main wing on, make sure you position your battery lead so you can get to it. I might cut that little thing off. I know that the batteries can explode. go, that safety tag's gone. So just pop your lead in the front there. There we go, we're together. With that, 2 screws in there. We'll find them. Tiny, tiny little screws. If you can see them, we've got an assortment of little screws. We've got 3 of these real tiny little screws. We'll try these ones out. That's got it. That one's going in. Don't over tighten it. We'll grab another one there. Hopefully I won't lose it. No, too short. That one's too short for the back. We need a longer one. Yes, we need one of these longer ones with the little shaft on it for the back one. Yep, longer one with the little shaft on it. That's going in. Going in that easy. A little bit stiff for the first time. Yes. A little bit tight going in. There we go, look at that. Looks nice, isn't it? It's a fast looking bird. Hopefully this will fly fast, won't it? Where's our prop? You can see in there, they do sort of have these little clips. You've got to try and line them up. A little bit tough the first time. That'll be knocked off. Look at that. That looks better, doesn't it? Let's get it bound up. Got our radio here. Just need to put your double low batteries in there. Here we go, we're on. You can see when the light flashes, that's wanting to bind. Light will flash, it's trying to bind to your bird. Not for very long though. So I normally like to plug in the battery into the bird first. Find our battery lead. Big compartment in this one. So I like to carry some tweezers or something to try and fish out the wire. Doesn't stick out very far on this one. Make sure you get your wires around the right way. Plug in our radio, trying to bind. There we go, we should be bound. You can check that your surfaces are going in the right direction. Go right. The right control surface on the main wing goes up. Go left. The left goes up. Pull back. Elevator goes up. See that again in high rates. This is your rates here. High and low rates. We've got 2 bips for high rates. 1 bip for low rates. 2 bips. Go right. Here we go, we've got a lot more travels, haven't we? A lot more travels. low rates, high rates. Pull back. Not a lot of travels there on our elevator in our rudder. We've got a lot of rudder. Touch the throttle. Should arm your gyro. And you see how your control surface stays like that. Doesn't like being upside down. Just trying to self-level for you, isn't it? On the top right hand side is your gyro switch. That'll turn the self-level on and off. Looks like one bit for the self-level. One bit for the self-level. Doesn't like being upside down. Pretty good. If you see this, with the throttle on the power, the elevator goes up. I don't like that feature. When you're on the power, the plane keeps climbing. Our Trojan was worse than the P40, I think. So, and we got no rudder mixing. So we'll have to see at the field whether this one needs a rudder in the turns. We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of noise to the engines, which is nice. We like a little bit of noise in our motors, don't we? Flat out. Hopefully it should be a nice flyer. There's a size comparison for you with our other beautiful birds. This one, the Trojan, is definitely more of a bubble shape, isn't it? More of a bubble shape. This one's more streamlined, the Rarebear for racing. Looking nice, isn't it? Move around for you. Here we go. P40 is probably more of a similar shape, isn't it? A little bit more, the wings are a little bit more rounded, a little bit smaller tail on it. It's a wider tail on the Rarebear, a little bit different shape. And our servo is hidden inside with this one, isn't it? It's got that wire running through for our control surface. With these two, the servo's hanging down. So they made them a little bit different. A little bit of dirt on the bottom there. Made them a little bit different, haven't they? In our Trojan too. The servo's hanging down underneath. Yes, a little bit different. So it'll be interesting to see if this one turns, just with the ailerons. The P40, if you haven't already seen my video, check that one out, where the P40 with just the ailerons with the original radio doesn't turn. Very wide turn. You need the rudder in the turn to help with your turning, otherwise you're going to crash into something. The Trojan isn't quite as bad, but you still do need a little bit of rudder now and again to turn sharp. Has got a smaller turning circle than the P40, but still could be better. When I bind it to my Radio Master, I do the rudder mixing on both of these. I will be doing another video on how to bind up our Rarebear, so look out for that one, an update, because I have some new receivers that just arrived. Receivers from FlySky, so I'll show you how to bind them up. And I've also got a cheap one as well to test. Same protocol as our FlySky. So look out for that video, because my other receiver I use is discontinued. Sorry about that, but that's the way it goes. So I'll show you another one, how to bind up these ones. These ones are wired a little bit different. Check the weight of our bird. What does it say on the box? So on the box we have 75 grams for the Rarebear and the Trojan, and 66 grams for the P40. So we'll check that out, eh? Rarebear first. 53 grams with no battery. Put the battery on. Just under 65 grams. So that's pretty good, isn't it? Now with this one, I have actually got a mini receiver in it. So it's going to weigh a little bit different. So the P40 with the mini receiver in it is about 70 grams. So that's pretty good. How about we weigh the Rarebear again with a mini receiver. Throw that on for good luck. 66.5 grams. Take that off. This one has a mini receiver already in it. 69.5 grams. Your Trojan. 72 grams. And this has a mini receiver in it too. So the Trojan is heavier, isn't it? So there you go. It's a beautiful looking Rarebear, isn't it? I've seen some old Rarebears. Not too sure whether you can buy a Rarebear anymore. A big Rarebear. Not too sure. But can't wait to fly it. I'll do a separate flight video for you. I'll really test this one out at the field. Might put a little bit of clear lacquer on this one too. Got a little bit of lacquer on the Trojan. Got a little bit more shine to it. Makes it pop in the sky, doesn't it, at the field? So I really like to see that gold pop a little bit better. A little bit of lacquer on there maybe. What do you think? It'd look nice. We've been really enjoying flying these other couple of birds from XK. They've been a lot of fun. So I can't wait to fly this one. Forgot to show you. And there it is on the box. I didn't show you. But you can fit any sort of micro receiver, I'm guessing. I don't know. Different protocols, whichever protocol you run on, whichever one you like. I use the Radio Master, so it doesn't really bother me. I can bind to all of them. So it's really handy. So it's good that they do this. So look out for that video. I'll do a new video for you. I'll put it in the description below for you. So, can't wait to head to the field. Fly this Rarebear. Test it out. See how good it flies up against our other two. The Trojan and the P40 definitely do fly different, for sure. So, it'd be interesting to see how this one flies. Especially how the ailerons are attached a little bit different. Okay, until then, thanks for watching.